Like many of you, we battled depression during life's ups and downs.
Music has always been the one thing that we could rely on to get us through the tough times that we all face.
Follow us on our journey as we discuss the healing power of music,
Interview bands,
break down genres,
review band biographies,
and more.
This is the When Words Fail
Music Speaks podcast
with Blake Mosley
and James Cox. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of When Words Fail Music Speaks podcast with your handicapped host, James Cox. I am him and he is I. No, not really. But it's been a year since we talked to this unbelievable artist and friend. I hope we're friends now. Miss Anna Patan. How are you doing, Anna?
I'm good. I'm enjoying half summer here in Sweden. I'm saying half summer because it's only half sunny and warm. The rest is cold and rainy and gray.
What? Yeah.
But, it's worse in the rest of Europe where it's really, there are heat waves this year and forests burning. So
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't complain about anything. I think I have it
Yeah.
good anyway. So yeah, here I am, and glad to see you again. Glad to see you looking good and being happy.
I am. Well, see, you look great too, and I so wanted to do this couple words with you for a long time, but you've been there very busy, and I just didn't have the right email because you said your other email got hacked or something, right, or something like that.
Yeah, it's sending spam by itself, so I had
Yeah.
to block the address. So I'm using another one.
Oh yeah, so
and it doesn't seem to work very well.
wow. All right.
The
Yeah.
technology today.
Technology sucks sometimes, you
no?
know. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, technology really sucks. But okay, so I don't know if you listen to our other episodes of Code Wars, but that's okay. I'm going to explain it to you right now, and for people who are listening can understand more about it. So what we do is I re-invite artists back that we had on here before, like Miss Anna, and I ask them if what their favorite song is. They tell me, and I go out and about and find two covers of that one song that's their favorite song, and we discuss which one we like more, better, worse, or both of them. We don't like them. We like them together. So, and then I asked you which song is your favorite song, and he said Chris Ray, "The Road to Hell" is his song.
Chris Rea, yes.
Personally, I've never heard of Chris Ray. This is why I love this podcast, because it enables me to learn more about music that I may have never heard, and I've never heard of Chris Ray. So thank you for bringing it.
Yeah, I was expecting that. That is why I explained it to you a little bit, that he's a Brit and he's have been having some hits in the 80s and 90s. He's I think he's retired recently from playing tours.
Oh, okay.
But he's been my greatest hero by far in all my, I mean, he's the one that basically made me want to be a musician, made me dare to dream that one can do this. It was
Right.
so, the way he writes, I still want to write like that.
Right. Yeah.
And the way he plays the guitar, which is very special, very unique. Of course, it doesn't come out of a vacuum. He didn't invent it himself.
Yeah.
I mean, he did invent it himself in a way.
Yeah.
But he has a voice of his own. And also, speaking of voice, his singing voice is also something special. And everything about him was so different somehow from what I had heard, that it fascinated me, and I wanted to know more and more about him. So I really got into Chris Rea, listening to all his albums and being an amazing fan, and starting to play the guitar. And I even tried to get his voice by drinking a lot of cold water and eating ice cream to get that roughness in the voice.
Yeah.
And it didn't work very well, but I was trying my best.
Well, he sounds to me like he's a he's a storyteller, musician, kind of like Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson and Merle, the old school country, and just,
Yeah.
like you said, he's got a gravelly voice, which I love. Gravel
Yeah.
in your voice too, so I understand why you trying to
It is.
get that
Yes,
voice. Yeah,
exactly. Each of his songs is an atmosphere and it's a story, and that is what is important about that song. Not the technicality around it, which is also very advanced, but mostly the emotions that the song creates, which is what gets me every time.
right, right. So let's learn about him first before we get to our two covers. For anybody listening, it's Christopher Anton Ray, Rea.
Chris
Born,
Ria, yeah.
Chris Ray. Okay, so he was born March 4th, 1951. Is an English rock and blues singer, songwriter, and guitarist from Middlesbrough, England.
Mhm.
He is of Italian and Irish descent. Oh
Mm.
wow. He is known for his distinctive husky singing and slide guitar playing, with
Mhm.
the Guinness Rockopedia describing him as a gravelly voiced guitar player, guitarist stalwart. Um, so after learning to play the guitar relatively late into life, a short burst of local band activity led to his launching a solo career in 1978. So he's been doing this for a while, you know. So that's
A
not
little bit, yeah, for a few
a,
years.
a little a little bit, yeah, yeah. So okay, so you kindly send us the cover of Martin Ekman, and I told you that I couldn't find anything of him. And you said that you can find anything of him also, which is weird, I think,
Mm.
because a lot of artists now has like websites and about us, and I can find nothing from him. So he's a
I kind
mystery.
of like that. I find
Yeah,
that very cool.
yeah, he's a mysterious being, All right,
Yeah, well, I mean, to me, it's more music is more important than the personality of the musician. It's not about creating a career for yourself. It's about the fun of playing music. And if you have fun playing music, it doesn't matter who you are and what people know of you or whatever. And in a way, it's funny because Chris Rea is also like that. He doesn't like to be famous and he did not want to be a pop star. He was kind of made into it, discovered and kind of forced down this path of like pop artistry.
right,
And I find that wonderful that all his career he's been more fascinating by playing music and discovering his own voice and getting closer to what he really likes to do than cultivating his personality and being famous and going down the same road over and over again, repeating your successes just because you are blocked into it.
exactly.
That's a bit of a prison, and yeah, and so I like that this guy who's played this cover is not into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I find it the more mysterious the person is, the more you gravitate towards the musician, because you don't know about him, but he plays great stuff. So, all
Yeah.
right. So, can you see this video right now?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
all right. So we are going to listen to it live together, and then after the song, we're going to talk about this more. Okay.
Mhm.
And 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Oh.
Well, I'm standing by the river, but the water doesn't flow. It boils with every poison you can think of. Well, I'm underneath the streetlight, but the light of joy I know scared beyond belief, we turn in the shadow. The perverted fear of violence chokes
Uh-oh. Hold on.
a smile on every face. Common sense is ringing out a bell. This ain't no technological breakdown. Oh no, this is the road to hell. And all the roads jam up with credit, and there's nothing you can do. It's all just bits of paper flying away from you. So look out, world, take a good look. What comes down here? You must learn this lesson fast and learn it well. This ain't no upwardly mobile freeway. Oh no, this is the road to hell. This ain't no technological breakdown. Oh no, this is the road to hell. Oh no, this is the road to hell.
All right. So
Very nice, no?
yes, that was very comfortable for me to listen to, and I love the way how he incorporated one instrument as opposed to, like, like many, you know, keyboard.
Yeah, I think
bass.
that is the difficult thing to resist when
Yeah,
you're trying to make a cover, because for example in this song there are so many instruments. There is this there is the keyboard doing a dun 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 dun, and
mm,
there are about 3 guitars at least. There is one guitar that just keeps the groove, dun, 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 dun. And then there's Chris's guitar on top, going
yeah,
like the Delta blues kind of, dun, dun,
exactly.
dun, dun, and doing all this little flowery things. Dun. And then there's the bass that goes dun, 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 dun. And there you have so many instruments, and of course the drums just keeping going and going on a straight rhythm. It's crazy. So if you try to do all of those at the same time, you're gonna catch your ears in there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
gonna be very difficult. And I've noticed that people who play this by themselves, they try to do everything, and they take a lot upon themselves.
yeah,
It's very, very difficult, and then you cannot really focus on much else, and you really need to focus on vocals and emotions and all that. And it's difficult, it's hard, because even for Chris Rea, as I was telling you earlier, even for
right.
Chris Rea it's hard to be Chris Rea and to play and sing all that. But for anyone to try to be something else than themselves, it's hard.
Yeah,
So to me, uh, the reason why I liked this cover song was that he did not try to become Chris Rea and to get into that 100%.
right.
It's no sweat really. He took the song and made it his own
You did.
in a comfortable way. So he just took the lyrics and the melody and adapted it on his instrument, which which is beautiful. It's calming. It's beautiful, and sure, it's it's not. You mean you can argue that it's not 100% the song, but that doesn't have to be.
It doesn't. Yeah.
So yeah, I really liked it, and
I'm sure you've heard the saying "less is more." You know, less is more. That's you keep it simple and like with me. I find if you have more stuff to put in the song, it kind of takes away from the song. You know, just like you were saying, if you focus on everything else and not just one thing, you kind of mess it up. He did it very, very well. He focused on one instrument and sang it beautifully. And and I'm like you, I'm in love with the song too. So yeah, he did a really
yeah, and and also another thing I like about people who execute stuff. When you are creative, it's not so important that you meet the pitch and you sing perfectly in time and pitch, and you can even forget the lyrics sometimes. But what is important is can you actually give that sensation, that feeling? Can you tell the story?
exactly
That is what is important. For me, it's not important that you sing perfectly or in pitch or get all the chords right and
right,
but does it put you in an atmosphere? And this one did. It
right.
was I was I was magnetized.
Exactly. That's what and I guess that's what you look for in music. You know, if you can feel something towards that song that means something to you, hey man, you know, I'm all for it. You know, so
Mhm.
that's good. That's good. So the second band that covered the song, me and Anna discussed about this, and we didn't. I I sent her an I sent her a gentleman. I forgot his name, but we didn't really like it that much because like she said before, um he kind of wanted to be Chris Ray, and
Yeah.
I guess you know and uh I understand why you don't like it because like you said before, you should focus on you and not being somebody else, which I totally understand 100%. So but I did send her another song and she loved it, you know. So we'll see about what she thinks about the whole song here. But first, let me tell you about this. It's a band called Burning Point. It's a heavy metal band. So the band was founded in 1999 in Oulu, Finland, by bassist Druka Cairo and guitarist Pete Abden. In 2016, the band added vocalist Nidhi Vallo, formerly of the band Battle Beast. Vallo started collaborating with the group in 2013 when the guitarist Pete asked her to collaborate on a few of the band's songs, and eventually asked her to join full time as a singer after she stepped down as a vocalist. But once again, I've never heard this bit of this band before, but that's okay. You know, that's why we were both here. So, and I'm not sure if you heard of Burning Point yet, or have you? Have you heard
No.
it? Okay, good. So this is a band that we can learn about together. You know, good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, okay. So this is Burning Point's version of "The Road to Hell" by Chris Ray. Is it Ray or Ray?
Ria.
Ria. Okay.
It's
I
Ria.
okay. All right. And 3, 2, 1. Hang on. There we go.
Computers, huh?
Yeah.
rise and fall. You boys need every poison you can think of. And I'm underneath the street lights, but the light of joy I know, and beyond belief, way down in the shadows. And the perverted fear of violence took the smile on every face. Common sense is ringing out the bells. This ain't no technological breakdown. Oh no, this is the road to hell. But there's nothing you can do. It's all just bits of paper. I'm flying away from you. Oh, look out, world, take a good look. What comes down here? You must learn this lesson fast and learn it well. This ain't no one-only mobile freeway. Oh no, this is the road. This is the road. This is the road to hell.
All right. So that was Burning Point with Road to Hell. I dig it. I really, really dig it. I do have a few problems with it though. Uh, but I will say that I do love the singer's voice. He sounds like he took some classes on like operatic, like opera singer voice. I guess you would call it because he does sound like like he's been an opera singer or like like some of that adventurer. Remember when we said that less and more? I kind of dig it now because I do love metal and I do love that cover, but I think that was a little bit too much on the on the guitar side.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I thought the same. But I
Oh,
mean,
good. Okay, good. Yeah.
I mean, what this is how it is with guitar players.
All right. Well,
That is
yeah. Right. Yeah. Because you're a guitar player too, so I understand.
professional.
But yeah, but I understand the meaning, the way that they I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Like you have like I want to say they have like 5 members, right? And if 5 members does their part correctly, it's a very good tune, and this was a very good tune.
Hmm.
But I feel like if Martin did it, uh, he couldn't have done it. I mean, one guy. With all these instruments, it's
Mhm.
it would have been quite weird, but yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It was done nicely, and of course in the metal manner,
You're
which
right.
is already very known.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cliche already. So all the
Right.
metal cliches were there, which is both annoying and cute.
At the
So
same time, right? Yeah.
I
Yeah.
found it. I found it really entertaining
Yeah. Quite good.
and nice. Very,
Yeah. Yeah.
very.
So now comes the hard part, or not so hard part. It all depends on the way you perceive things. But uh, which one did you like more? Did you like Martin's, the first one, or did you like Breaking Point?
I don't know. It's very hard to say because they are so different,
They are.
right? And I was when we were checking out Chris Ria playing this song. I have seen so many live versions of Chris Ria playing this song and singing it, and none of two of them is not two of them are alike.
Right. Right.
They're so
Yeah.
different, and he's playing such different things with the guitar and sounding so differently with the voice, and it's always another song. And of course it depends on the band who is there to
Yeah.
play it, because the original band is playing it in the same way. When he might be changing things, the guitar or the vocals, but the band is there and is doing that, what is on the tape, what is on the
Right.
original recording. But it goes to tell you that this is why it's hard to do covers by a song, because even the artist himself or herself is not doing that song twice the same. It's
Exactly.
song is always a metamorphosis, so you can choose one version and stick to it and do that. But the song is just like any person has a life, and it changes and it moves, and that is why I really prefer that songs change shape and form. So I cannot say which one I liked better.
Right. And that's okay. And
Each one was
and that
good, and
yeah,
each one had their own personality and a different kind of presentation, a different personality, and it was nice.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
I liked.
And that's okay, cause okay, so you like both songs, which is okay, which is totally fine, and I get it,
If I'm allowed to like
oh,
both.
yeah,
But no,
I mean,
it's really no competition, you know.
no,
It's not
no, no,
number
no,
one. It's
yeah,
everybody is
uh,
cool in music, and that is the beautiful thing about music. Is like the pleasure of doing it, the pleasure of listening to it, and the pleasure of liking all of it.
exactly, exactly, and that's why we love air, like we love all kinds of music, except for some a little bit genres not very good for me to hear, but okay, so I'm torn between these two because I love metal the most, along with country. You know that, and
Yeah.
but with okay, so the way the mind works is when I hear a cover song. Oh no, when I hear the original song and I hear a cover after it, I kind of cater towards the way it sounds when the original artist did it, right? And I find that Martin's cover version of it is a little bit, I don't want to say better, but I do like it more.
Mhm.
I do like I do like his voice, and he took his time singing it, and I love that. And with a song called Road from Hell, you kind of want to like take your time with the song, and not and
Yeah, it's a very deep message as well.
yes,
Uh,
yeah,
I think it applies equally to our times nowadays, as
right,
much as it did probably at the times when it was written. And actually, always, because we always have destructive side about us humans,
Right.
that we could make things good for ourselves, but we choose to take the road to hell.
There you
And
go.
is,
That's it.
that is always the problem with us, isn't it? Otherwise, we would all be happy and there would be no problems, no depression, no world hunger, no
Yeah,
destruction of the planet, and no problems that exist.
right.
And but yeah, and the message is very deep and somewhat awakening, because when he says, "Oh, look at the world, take a good look, what goes down here. You must
Right.
learn this lesson fast, learn it well."
Yeah.
So it's look, I mean, open your eyes and look
Right.
around
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and figure out what does this teach you? How do you wake up to that? And it's very sensitive. It's very sensible and sensitive. And this is something that has always touched me about Chris Rea, because he's very deep beyond things, and he's telling you some. He's just pointing out some ideas that you have to consider for yourself and do your homework and go deeper
Yeah.
into that. So yes, I think I agree with you that the first cover was more was closer to this kind of sensitivity,
It was. Yeah.
making you think more.
Because I feel like, oh, okay, so because I feel like metal is a very like forceful music. It's like in your face, you know.
Yes,
Sometimes you just want to mellow out and just, like kind of relax and with
you
large
cannot
voice and
ignore it.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, exactly.
let you
Yeah,
alone. And,
yeah.
yeah.
So cool, cool. So this is a good episode. So yeah, so that's it. So we do thank you for coming on the show, and I hope to God we connect sooner, much sooner than later. Um, but before we go, uh, I want to know, are you like recording anything, or is the album coming out sometime soon? Because I think last time I talked to you, you said you were gonna come back to music and kind of dabble with, you know.
Yes, yes, I have my next album all thought out, and I'm practicing it every day. I'm singing it and with my guitar and voice, and I'm recording it just to look at the details and to see where I need to sing differently. And it's about this emotion, because it's very difficult to produce sensations with sounds,
Right,
to create um, landscapes and stories and lives for the songs with just sounds. So I really need to explore that a lot. How do I play this? How do I arrange this song? How do I shout here to give it energy? Because shouting is not equal energy.
no, no,
How do I get all of a sudden sensitive in the middle of a rock song,
right,
while still keeping the groove and shouting, and but like, yeah, it's so it's a lot of unexplainable magic somehow that I have to figure out, to wrap my mind around it and find out how it's being done. How am I going to do this? And that is the stage I'm at. As I said, the songs are finished. There are more coming and fighting to be recorded for this album. But at some point, I need some discipline and say, no, okay, I have enough material now. Whatever comes from now on, it's going to go on another album. There will
right.
be more, don't worry. So, and then I have figured out some demos and thought out arrangements and learning how to play the basses, and even
Oh,
started
right,
playing a bit on the drums to just to be able to present the idea to the musicians that are gonna join me.
All right.
and um, I also need to write it down on scores, on notes, so I can basically express the ideas properly. It's just as a guide, as a sketch, because of course each musician can play whatever they feel like, but just in case you don't have a sudden creative energy right then when you are in the studio, you should still be able to play something. So that is what these scores are for. But yeah, this is the stage of my next album that's gonna be called, probably, I'm not sure yet, but probably it's gonna be called Strange Kind of Candy.
Oh,
And that is what the pandemic meant to me, the
okay.
time
Yeah,
away from people. It was
okay.
a strange kind of candy because it allowed me to be with myself, to deal with myself, which is both hard and can be pleasurable, pleasant at the same time, because I had to deal with myself, with my own problems, with my own voice, with just just be alone with myself and learn how to deal with it. And that is why it is a candy, but it is also kind of strange. Yeah.
Everybody likes candy too. I mean, come on now. So they're automatically going to love your music too. Is that
In
what you love?
in moderate amounts.
Right? In moderation, yes, yes, yes. So everybody that's listening, you can go to her webpage. It's annapatan.bandcamp.com, where you can buy her album Spice, Gold, and Tales Untold right now. And
Mm.
her Instagram page is Anna with one N, Anna.Patan. And is
Ex-
there any more social medias that I left out? Or are you on TikTok yet? Or like,
Yeah, I'm also on Facebook. I have
okay,
an official account there, also with my name on it. I just put in my name, Anna Patan. This is with one N indeed. It's
yeah,
Anna with one
yeah.
N. Uh, and yeah, you save a lot of ink if you have to write my name a lot, like I do. So just
Yeah,
just skipping an N saves you a lot of time, ink, energy.
it does.
So I thought this is the way to do it. Simple,
Yeah, that
simple and
that one
easy.
second, that 1 second will save any save time for countless names. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So we really do thank you. Please come on anytime you want to. Let's not wait a whole year to talk again. Because I really love
Exactly.
that.
It was very nice to talk to you again, James. I'm glad that you always come up with new ideas and new things to do. And it's like it's like a beautiful game that goes on and continues, and you find things to do, which is great.
Yeah. Well, I tried to think of uh of ways how I can get artists to come back on and enjoy it at the same time. So I'm like, I wonder if I can ask them their favorite song and then Cover Wars, right? And Cover Wars was born. And
And
this is fun.
another great name, by the way, just like when words fail, music speaks. That's a very good name, and this one with the cover wars is also very very
Right.
powerful.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
So okay. So
So thank you so much, James, and hope to see you soon.
sure.
And keep on doing what you're doing. You're great.
I will, because I love music. I love talking to people like you and mental health. And we're a big advocate of mental health. And yeah, we're doing our best any way we can to to conquer mental health, because I do have depression and my co-host has anxiety. So we know a little bit about it. We don't know a lot about it though, but we're trying to get the ball rolling. And music is a wonderful tool to
That is
um
medicine.
I guess deactivate those thoughts, whatever bad thoughts you have. You listen to music and like everything will be okay. So that's what we're trying to bring out there to the public. So yeah. So thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and I thank you too.
All right. So until next time, y'all, when words fail, music speaks. Bye, guys.